Do you ever feel like your life is spinning out of control? Like no matter how many tasks you tick off your list, you're still not moving any closer to the life you truly want. It happens often, maybe at the start of the week or after reading another productivity article. You vow to get your act together to finally tackle all those tasks that have been hanging over you. This time, it'll be different, you tell yourself. You're going to be organized, focused, on top of everything. But then reality hits. The emails pile up, the meetings run over, and before you know it, you're back to feeling overwhelmed, stressed, and stuck in the same old cycle. So, how do you break free? How do you take control of your life, reduce the chaos, and start making real progress toward the person you want to become? David Allen's Getting Things Done promises to answer these questions. This isn't just another productivity tip, it's a complete system designed to help you clear your mind, organize your tasks, and achieve more with less effort. In this video, we're diving deep into the productivity method, which consists of 5 life-changing steps. Stick around until the end, where you will learn how to implement these steps into your daily routine much more effectively. Let's jump in and start getting things done. Step 1. Capturing everything. Freeing your mind from clutter. We are trying to juggle a million thoughts at once, reminders, tasks, ideas, only to feel overwhelmed by the mental load. This is where many of us go wrong. We rely on our brains to store and manage all these details, but our minds aren't built for that kind of heavy lifting. Imagine this. You're in the middle of a meeting when you suddenly remember you need to pick up groceries after work. Or you're enjoying dinner with friends, but your mind is preoccupied with that email you forgot to send. These constant interruptions aren't just annoying, they're draining your mental energy. The first step to regaining control is capturing everything. This means getting all those tasks, ideas, and commitments out of your head and into a reliable system, a notebook, an app, anything that works for you. By doing this, you free your mind from the clutter and create the mental space needed to focus on what really matters. You might write down reminders like buy birthday present for colleague, prepare presentation for Thursday, or plan summer vacation. By capturing these tasks, you ensure that nothing slips through the cracks and your mind remains clear and focused. Capturing everything might seem like a simple step, but without other steps we will discuss in next sections, it's just the foundation of a clear and focused mind. Step 2. Clarification. After listing the tasks, go through each item on your list by asking yourself what it is and what steps are required to complete it. Begin by determining the desired outcome for each task. This step helps you clarify your objectives and establish a clear direction. Once you've identified the end goal, pinpoint the next physical action you can take to move closer to achieving it. Let's look at an example from the book. A marketing executive was faced with the daunting task of launching a new product. Initially, the project felt overwhelming, like a massive, immovable boulder. But by breaking the project down during the clarification process, it became much more manageable. The executive identified next steps such as research competitor products, draft product description, and coordinate with the design team. What once seemed like an impossible task was now a series of actionable steps, each one bringing the project closer to completion. If you need to discuss the project budget with partner on Thursday, the next step wouldn't be to immediately pick up the phone. Instead, you might first send an email to confirm their availability on Thursday. The following step could be sending a meeting invitation along with an agenda. Only after these steps would you proceed with the call. We will come back to clarifying method while discussing next steps. Step 3. Organizing. Structuring your tasks for effective action. After you've clarified each task and determined what needs to be done, the next crucial step is organizing these tasks into a coherent system. To start organizing within this methodology, the first question to ask is this task actionable? If it is actionable and can be completed in less than 2 minutes, execute it immediately. This quick action clears minor tasks off your list, allowing you to maintain momentum without letting small tasks pile up. However, most tasks will take more than 2 minutes to complete. For these, you need to defer them, schedule them for later action. When deferring a task, it's essential to break it down into specific actionable steps. Each step should be manageable, taking just a few minutes to complete, whether that's 2 minutes or up to 10 minutes, depending on the nature of the task and your working style. This approach prevents tasks from feeling overwhelming and keeps your progress steady. If a task cannot be done immediately because you lack the time or someone else is better suited to handle it, delegation is the next logical step. For example, if you need research done for a report but don't have the time to do it yourself, you might delegate this task to a team member. Delegating allows you to focus on higher priority tasks while ensuring that the work still gets done efficiently. But what if the task isn't actionable at all? In this system, there are 3 primary ways to handle non-actionable items: delete, incubate, or store as reference. First, delete it. Sometimes, upon reflection, you realize that a task is no longer relevant. For example, you may have noted read industry report because it initially seemed important. However, after reviewing it, you determine that the report is outdated or irrelevant to your current projects. In this case, you would delete the task entirely, removing it from your system to avoid clutter. Second, incubate it. If the task is not immediately relevant but might be useful in the future, you defer it by placing it in your someday maybe list or a to read later folder. Using the same example, if the industry report still holds potential value but isn't a priority right now, you store it in this list. This way, it's available for when the timing is right, without distracting you from your current priorities. And, as in third, store as reference. If the task is informational and you might need to refer back to it later, you can store it in a reference system. This method ensures that you have easy access to the information whenever needed, without it cluttering your active task list. By following these organizing principles, each task has a place and a clear path forward, ensuring that you can navigate your responsibilities with confidence and clarity. This structured approach allows you to focus your energy on what matters most, making your workday more efficient and less stressful. Step 4. Reviewing. The power of regular review. Organizing your tasks into a streamlined system is a crucial step toward productivity, but the real power lies in maintaining that system through regular check-ins. Without consistent reviews, even the most organized workflow can quickly become cluttered and ineffective. These check-ins don't have to be time-consuming. They can be as brief as a few minutes each day, just to ensure everything is on track and nothing is slipping through the cracks. The essence of this practice is to keep your system dynamic and responsive. Review your tasks, advance them to the next stage, remove what has been completed, and process any new tasks or ideas that have come your way. A well-maintained system ensures that tasks are always moving through your established workflow. However, if something isn't progressing, it's a signal that it needs your attention. Step 5. Engaging. Mastering control and perspective. The final step in the Getting Things Done methodology is not just about taking action. It's about engaging with your work in a way that balances both control and perspective. David Allen emphasizes that true productivity is rooted in these 2 key elements: having a system that gives you control over your tasks and a clear perspective that aligns your daily actions with your broader life goals. Control, the foundation of focused action. The goal is freeing your mind to focus solely on the task at hand. Allen uses the metaphor of a mind like water, borrowed from martial arts, to describe this state of mental clarity. Just as water responds to any disturbance with the appropriate amount of energy, no more, no less, your mind should respond to tasks with calm efficiency, not with stress or overwhelm. Perspective, aligning actions with life goals. While control is about managing the immediate, perspective is about understanding how your daily actions connect to your broader life goals. Allen introduces the concept of the horizons of focus, which encourages you to reflect on your work and life from 6 different levels. First level is ground. It is about current actions, like what needs to be done today. These are the day-to-day tasks that keep your life and work moving forward. Horizon 1. Current projects. What are the projects you're currently committed to? These are the active initiatives that you're working on right now. Horizon 2, areas of focus and accountability. What are your key responsibilities? This level addresses the areas of your life and work that require ongoing attention, such as your career, health, and relationships. Horizon 3, goals for next 1 or 2 year. What are your medium-term objectives? These are the specific goals you plan to accomplish over the next 1 to 2 years. Horizon 4, long-term visions. What are your long-term aspirations? This horizon focuses on your vision for the future and the major milestones you want to achieve. Horizon 5, life. What is your purpose? This is the highest level where you consider your core values and the ultimate direction of your life. Unlike traditional goal-setting theories that often start with big-picture thinking, Allen argues that it's challenging to focus on higher-level goals if you're not in control of your daily tasks. By mastering the control of day-to-day inputs through a trusted system, you free up mental space to gradually shift your focus to higher horizons, moving from immediate actions to life's greater purposes.